And you shifted Krebs to the center, and their chatter on the bench picked up immediately. I mean, everybody's, so I felt that was gave us a little bit of a, a jolt yesterday, and guys were enthusiastic. And I talked to Tuck this morning. I said, that's not a demotion. When you switch lines, Krebs and Vinny Hinostroza are two unbelievable hockey players. So there's no, that switch is not made out of any thought of punishment or anything like that. It's just, we're in a game, and all these guys have said it lots of times. They all need to be able to play, be comfortable playing with each other, and it was evident that was the case last night.
We saw obviously a lot of points out of Alex when he first got here. He's got 1 goal in 18 games now, and it was the empty netter against Vegas. Do you sense he's just pressing a little now?
Yeah, he is by nature, he presses, and that's a dynamic within him that's made him great. And also he has to, work with and around and things like that. I had a conversation with him this morning, and he was a little disappointed in, that he hasn't produced lately. I said, Tucker, you won us a game the other night. He won us a game in the shootout. It doesn't count as a goal in the standings, but what a goal to win in a shootout. And he just can't allow, points will just follow his effort flow and him getting in the moment and immersing in the moment and having fun playing the game of hockey. He's worked hard his whole career to develop the skill that he has. He's just got to learn to just stay in the moment, and the things that you want will follow. And I'm not concerned with him or worried about him one bit. I think this is a natural part of the process. You guys know I've talked about this from day one when I got him, that he's going to go through some ups and downs to get to where he is going to be, and that's a much better hockey player than we thought we got at the start.
Krebs is just finding his way as a young player in the NHL and at wing. For both.
Yeah.
In a game, does it concern you? I know he knows how to play center. He's done it his whole life. But does it concern you to move him as a young player in the middle of a game?
Well, you're watching it, absolutely. So you are. When I made the switch, yes, I was concerned in the sense of, okay, I got to watch this. And the hope is he can integrate, move right to center and pick up. And I thought he did. And that's what we need in the future. Like, we need that moving forward. Ahead in our franchise a year from now. These guys, if these guys can do that, wow, that's a major plus. So, to give that opportunity, and let's face it, we got however many games we have left now. And for me, yes, I love our continuity with the line itself, say Skinner, Thompson, Tuck, but we're going to go into summer and we're going to have a lot of, what if we would have done this? Or what if Middlestead would have done that? So we are going to shift some things around because we can right now and see different things in different combinations. We know that Tuck, Skinner, and Thompson work. We're not just going to settle for that. We're going to look for better all the time, and these guys need to do that as well. So I don't want things to get too comfortable. There's no reason for that. Our future is going to be dealing with uncomfortable if we want to be successful. So not that we're going to create chaos, but I do feel that we should be tweaking things and moving things around just to see what we have.
And what does that say about depth? In a lot of cases, if you were just a one-line team, you might keep your 3 guys together.
Yep.
You've developed into not just a one-line team.
Yeah, that's what it says, Mike. I'm very comfortable. I mean, I think the overtime really gave us a good look of how high-end some of our guys can be. I mean, there were, the teams we played in overtime had a very difficult time getting pucks away from, some of our top guys. So they're emerging. It's the little details and situational awareness that they don't have the experience. But for the sheer skill, we're starting to see that there's some really good things here. And then now you factor in the depth of that skill. So, that's why I've mentioned since inception, for me taking over, it's just, if you just keep getting better, it's inevitable. You're going to win. And we need to just focus on continuing to get better. But it is something we feel we have a lot of depth of talent. And now it's giving them guys, moving them in different situations so they gain experience and situational awareness and experience. And, we talk about calibrating to this level. And so it's exciting. It's a fun group to work with. And it's exciting when you see them work hard and immerse in that work ethic and compete. And those are some of the messages we keep, putting in front of the guys.
We've asked you about Dustin's, journey, I guess, throughout the season, but he's about to have his first full NHL season. I mean, at whatever 32. I mean,
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys do that. Just having known him now for a year and a half, just what about him makes him able to pull off a career comeback?
It just feels like a year and a half, Bill. It's actually been about a year and a month. It's not, right? It's crazy, but it does.
Oh.
It's been a very short time since the season started last January. Last season started last January. But yeah, he is, he's got, I guess, the drive, determination, and he has gone through lots of ups and downs this year, ups and downs, medically, and more so than on the ice in the game. So, any time, and he's really been in the zone the last couple of minutes. Let's face it, Calgary game, he was outstanding. But I really, I can't say enough about him, but our team helping around, like they're giving our goaltenders consistent shot selection, so it's easier for them to read what's happening in a game, even read breakdowns. The breakdown is more consistent, as odd as that sounds. But when you're playing consistent, they read, oh, there's going to be a hiccup here, we can feel it, and they're ready for it. And Ticker's done a nice job of working hard every day to kind of mesh in with his teammates, and I think he feeds off of that as well. And they know he feels, I think, that the guys embrace him. Even this morning, there was a joke about he broke a stick, and they were all joking about in the locker room. It must have been one of his favorite sticks or something, or a superstitious stick. I don't know, but he's at the forefront of his teammates, and he's earned that.
When Casey first came in the league, I'm curious to hear what your thinking is on it. He was absolute money in a shootout. I mean, he put some moves on that would take your breath away. And then I don't know if he scored since. Maybe the first 3 or 4 times he did it.
Yeah.
But you want to keep putting him out there. Is it just, do you think, a crisis in confidence right now in what he's doing, and you know eventually he's going to get one?
Yeah, his talent, he's going to break through, and we need him to break through, right? These guys, when they have tough times, a lot of times your first inclination is, well, kick him. Bench him, do this, do that. It's amazing what in those tough times that these elite athletes, they rarely get support. And when you can support them through tough times, they come out of it even better. And so with Casey, we know he has a high-end skill. Last night was interesting because there was such a hiccup with Tuck's skate that it was like, and the refs are yelling back and forth. He didn't know what the refs, so that might have even would have taken anybody out of the zone. But he's close. He's getting better every game, coming back from that injury, which is still lingering. We saw that a different injury take Olofsson 30 games to come back to form. But we've got a lot of confidence in Mitzi, and he's going to get through it and be very, very good for us. I'm sure of that.
The Middlestead line had them pinned for like a minute on the shift before Skinner's second goal. What did you see during that shift that kind of led to this?
Yeah, that actually goes hand in hand with what Paul had said. And what I'm saying is you can see Middlestead getting better and better every game, getting more reacclimated. And Victor's the other guy that had a tough 30-game stretch coming back from an injury as well. But those guys have pushed through any psychology with determination now, physical determination. They're aggressive, they're assertive, and it's freed their mind. You get these guys getting slumps, and we just spoke of Tuck not performing the level he wants to, his standard. The psychology starts getting to them, and then physically they don't do the things they do. So we don't want the psychology to get to them. We want them to just keep going hard, and with the confidence that they're going to push through it. And Middlestead has, and that line was very, very effective for us last night and turned the game really.
I've always known Chris Kreider's been a very good hockey player. I didn't think at his age he'd wind up being a 40-goal scorer. What have been your thoughts as you've watched him this year? I mean, score maybe twice as many goals as he would expect.
Yeah, I mean, to appreciate Chris is to know him. I've been lucky enough to be on some men's world championship teams with him, and he is a very special person. I mean, he could have went anywhere and went into unrestricted free agency and got more money and more whatever, and he just was comfortable there and wanted to stay, with that team and his teammates there. So, and that's the type of guy he is. And it's he's on the other team, but knowing him as a person, it's nice to see him experienced the season he is. He's always been a dangerous athlete, and now he's finding his way to scoring. Much like we just talked about Casey Middlestad and Alex Tuck and whatever. If you see these guys through, when you know they're talented, they can get to where he's at, and that's where he exemplifies, I think, what we have a lot of on our team, actually, guys that just have the capacity to continue to get better and better, and that's what we're doing as an organization, is working within that context every day, and not sweating all the little ups and downs that maybe sabotage that type of progress.
Do you know your goalie tomorrow?
I don't yet, but I would lean toward the rotation. And we have back-to-back, so.
Right.
But no confirmation yet. Sorry, Bill.